The city's skyline shimmered, but Mercy General Hospital loomed like a crypt, its sterile walls hiding a sinister heartbeat. Patients were dying. Too many, too young, their deaths cloaked in medical lies. Whispers of an organ trafficking ring had reached Keanu Reeves, a man whose gentle exterior masked a relentless hunger for justice. He'd topple cartels and face assassins, but this evil preyed on the helpless. As Dr. John Wick, a trauma surgeon, Keanu Reeves went undercover to rip the operation apart. Keanu Reeves adjusted his scrubs, the weight of a concealed knife against his ankle grounding him. His cover was flawless. A resume boasting stints at Johns Hopkins and Mass General, a backstory as a solitary doctor with no ties. Dr. Evelyn Voss, the hospital administrator, met him in her sleek office, her smile sharp as glass. "We're honored to have you, Dr. Wick," she said, her eyes probing for cracks. Keanu Reeves nodded, scanning the room, security cameras, keycard locks, staff with guarded glances. The hospital pulsed with secrets. His first ER shift was a maelstrom. A car accident victim, 22-year-old Lucas Reed, arrived with a fractured skull but stable vitals. Keanu Reeves stabilized him with precision, but noticed nurse Marcus Tate hesitate before administering a sedative. Lucas's chart bore a red asterisk, a subtle mark that screamed danger. Keanu Reeves's instincts flared. When Marcus turned away, he swapped the syringe with saline. Lucas survived, but Keanu Reeves knew he'd stepped into a trap. That night, Keanu Reeves infiltrated the records room, bypassing the keypad with lock-picking skills from a darker past. The files painted a grim picture. Patients with red asterisks, young, healthy, no family, died at an alarming rate, their deaths blamed on complications. Autopsies were vague, but organs were missing: livers, kidneys, hearts, corneas. The ring was real, and it was merciless. Keanu Reeves pocketed a file, his resolve hardening like steel. Keanu Reeves needed proof and allies. He befriended Clara, a janitor who'd worked at Mercy General for a decade, her eyes heavy with unspoken truths. In a deserted stairwell, she handed him a thumb drive, her hands trembling. "Security footage," she whispered. "They move bodies at night through the basement. I didn't know who to trust until you." The footage showed gurneys wheeled into a restricted sublevel, guarded by men in suits who moved like mercenaries. Keanu Reeves tailed Marcus to the basement, a labyrinth of flickering lights and locked doors. Behind one, he overheard Voss negotiating with Mr. Chen, a black market broker whose name haunted global underworlds. "The next shipment must be clean," Chen snapped. "No more contaminated livers." Voss's reply was cold. "We've got a fresh batch. Dr. Wick's patient is perfect." Keanu Reeves's blood ran cold. Lucas was marked for harvest. He hacked the hospital's network from a nurse's station, using a backdoor from a hacker contact. The data was a gold mine: encrypted emails, financial records, and a client list spanning Dubai to Moscow. The ring was a global empire, with Mercy General as its nerve center. Keanu Reeves found a schedule. Lucas was set for surgery in 48 hours, a procedure he'd never survive. He also uncovered a private airstrip used to ship organs, with a flight leaving in 3 days. Keanu Reeves needed more than data. He needed a way out. He approached Dr. Sarah Lynn, a young surgeon who'd been asking too many questions about patient deaths. Over coffee in a crowded cafeteria, he tested her. "You ever notice the red asterisks?" he asked, voice low. Her eyes widened. "I thought I was paranoid," she whispered. "They're killing them, aren't they?" Keanu Reeves enlisted her, sharing just enough to keep her safe. Sarah agreed to monitor Lucas and map the basement's layout. Keanu Reeves spent the next day preparing. He scouted the hospital's weak points, memorizing guard rotations and camera blind spots. He rigged the power grid to fail, a trick from a cartel escape, and in a duffel bag with supplies, zip ties, a burner phone, a second knife, in a janitor's closet. Clara revealed a hidden exit in the basement, a relic from the hospital's wartime days. Keanu Reeves also contacted Maria, a journalist with a knack for exposing corruption. He sent her a cryptic message: "Mercy General, 72 hours. Be ready." Maria replied with a single word: "Ready." At 2 a.m., Keanu Reeves triggered the power failure. The hospital plunged into darkness, alarms blaring. He slipped into the ICU where Lucas lay sedated and disabled the ventilator alarm. Wheeling him toward the service elevator, he was ambushed by Marcus, scalpel gleaming. "You're no doctor," Marcus snarled. Keanu Reeves disarmed him with a twist and knocked him out with a strike to the temple. The elevator opened, but Voss's voice crackled over the intercom. "Lock it down. Here's one of them." The hospital sealed its exits, a fortress guarding its sins. The corridors turned deadly. Hired guards hunted Keanu Reeves with tasers, batons, and silence pistols. He fought with lethal grace, disabling cameras with thrown scalpels, using fire extinguishers as clubs, and neutralizing guards with strikes that spared lives but not pain. In the radiology wing, he barricaded himself with Lucas and uploaded Clara's footage and the hospital's data to a secure server, sending it to Maria, news outlets, and an FBI contact. Sarah joined him, her face pale but resolute, guarding the door with a fire axe. Voss cornered them in the morgue, her composure shattered. She held a Beretta, her hand trembling. "You can't stop this," she hissed. "Transplants save lives. You think your morals matter when people die on wait lists." Keanu Reeves' eyes were steel. "Not by murdering the innocent." She fired, but Keanu Reeves dug behind an autopsy table, bullets sparking. He threw a tray of instruments, distracting her, and closed the distance. One strike disarmed her, another sent her to the floor. Chen's men stormed in, forcing Keanu Reeves and Sarah to retreat with Lucas. Keanu Reeves rigged the morgue's oxygen tanks to explode, the blast shaking the building and scattering Chen's men. They reached the loading dock, where Clara waited with a stolen ambulance. "Take him to St. Luke's," Keanu Reeves said, handing Clara the burner phone with his FBI contact's number. "They are clean. Sarah, go with her." Sarah hesitated, then nodded, climbing in as the ambulance sped off. Chen's men caught Keanu Reeves on the roof, the city sprawling below. Chen stepped forward, a silence pistol in hand. "You're a ghost, Reeves," he said, almost impressed. "But ghosts don't topple empires." Keanu Reeves moved like a storm, disarming Chen, breaking his wrist, and fighting through his men with ferocity that left the rooftop littered with bodies. Blooded, Chen laughed. "This is bigger than one hospital, one city. You'll never stop it." Keanu Reeves leaned close, voice a growl. "Then I'll keep hunting, starting with you." He found a ledger in Chen's coat, names of other hospitals, other cities, all part of the ring. Keanu Reeves left Chen alive for the feds, descending the fire escape as sirens wailed. On the street, he spotted Maria's van, her camera ready to broadcast the truth. He gave her a nod, then vanished. Dawn broke as Keanu Reeves melted into the city's shadows. Mercer General was a crime scene, swarming with feds and reporters. Maria's expose, fueled by Keanu Reeves' evidence, sparked global outrage, toppling politicians, CEOs, and brokers. Voss and Chen faced trial, their empire crumbling, but Keanu Reeves knew the black market would regroup. Clara and Sarah ensured Lucas's safety at St. Luke's, where he recovered, unaware of his savior. Keanu Reeves sat in a dimly lit diner, the ledger open before him. A waitress refilled his coffee, mistaking his silence for fatigue. He traced a finger over the next target, a hospital in Shanghai. His mind drifted to a memory, a promise made to a dying friend years ago, to protect those who couldn't protect themselves. The knife was back in its sheath, but his mission burned brighter. Another ring was out there, preying on the vulnerable, and Keanu Reeves would find it, a ghost with a vow: no one hunts the innocent while he's still breathing.